Hi, I'm Jim Sullivan. I'm the host of Boston Rock Talk. I'd like to welcome you all here today. We are here with Thievery Corporation, a band or maybe a collective from the Washington, D.C. area. They're going to start us off with something sweet.
Took so long for me to realize você matou. Eu sou o gato que você cruzou, água passada que você tomou. Eu sou a nessa que você virou. Eu sou um homem que você jogou. Eu sou a planta que você cortou e a maconha que você fumou. Eu sou o negro que você matou. Bate bola e entra na roda, paga a multa e fica lá fora. Bate bola e entra na roda, bate bola e vai levar na cara. Bate bola e entra na roda, paga a multa e fica lá fora. Bate bola e entra na roda, bate bola e vai levar na cara. Dança com a lua cheia. Você já não me deve nada. Dança com a lua cheia. Você já não me deve nada. Eu sou a terra que você pisou e o dinheiro que você gastou. Eu sou o sol que você tapou. Sou a mulher que você violou. Eu sou o escravo que você amarrou, o animal que você não soltou. Eu sou a luz que você tapou. Eu sou o negro que você matou. Bate bola e entra na roda, paga a multa e fica lá fora. Bate bola e entra na roda, bate bola e vai levar na cara. Bate bola e entra na roda, paga a multa e fica lá fora. Bate bola e entra na roda, bate bola e vai levar na cara. Dança com a lua cheia. Você já não me deve nada. Dança com a lua cheia. Você já não me deve nada. Dança com a lua cheia. Você já não me deve nada. Dança com a lua cheia. Você já não me deve nada. Já não me deve nada. Nada. Não me deve nada. Já não me deve nada. Já não me deve nada.
Hi, I'm Jim Sullivan, and welcome back to Boston Rock Talk. You've just been listening to Thievery Corporation. We are here with one of the thieves, Rob Garza. Welcome, Rob.
Good morning.
I gotta say, when I first heard the name of the band back in the, I guess, mid-'90s, late '90s, I liked you already, Thievery Corporation. There's several connotations to
Yes.
that, but what was your meaning in taking that name?
I think it's just playing around with words, and it just sounded kind of sinister. You know, at that time there were like bands called Meat Beat Manifesto, My Life with the Thrill Kill Cold,
Right.
Renegade Soundwave, all these sort of things. And so I started a record label when I was 20 years old called Juju Thievery Corporation.
Mhm.
And then when I met Eric, I actually recorded. I didn't record. I did some mastering sessions. He had a little studio in DC, and I went to this club one day and Eric opened it up with his partners. And he walked in. I walked in. And he's like, are you Rob Garza, Juju Thievery Corporation? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I always thought that was the coolest name. Let's do something. And he was putting out records. I was putting out records, and we were both influenced by things like bossa nova, jazz, dub, Indian soundtrack music, and things like that. And we wanted to put it together with electronic music and make something that sounded like it could be from the past or it could be from the future. And that was our intention when we started. And the name Thievery Corporation sort of fit because of samples and things like that at the time, which was a big thing.
You're taking bits from others,
yes,
but in a benevolent way.
Exactly.
Right,
yes.
Exactly. Well, and the other Thievery Corporation sort of thing, I thought anyway when I first heard it was a perfect name for a band in the record industry.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just being right up front.
Exactly, Thievery Corporation. Yeah. Well, a lot of corporations are Thievery Corporations.
There you go. You just got the name right.
Yeah.
Actually, you should explain to people too, because Eric is the other half of Thievery Corporation. What we saw here today was, how many players did you have here today? 9?
Yeah, something like that.
Singers,
Yeah, it changes every time
tour,
we play. Yeah.
every tour. But Eric is, my understanding, 50% of it. You're 50% of it. How do you guys work together?
Eric is my partner. We have a studio in Washington, D.C., and a lot of it just happens with us just playing with samplers and picking up instruments, guitars, basses, keys, stuff like that.
Do you each play all kinds of things?
Yeah, both of us, or neither of us are, just crazy players, but we're both good at coming up with little ideas. And we're good at layering things so that it becomes like a, expressive track or things like that.
So you can transmit your ideas to the musicians.
Yeah.
They can pick up on it and bring into their...
Well, on a lot of the records, we play a lot of the music. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We play well enough to do something, but that's the beauty of electronic music because you're only limited by your imagination. And, we live in a cut and paste world where if you can kind of get a groove right one time and then, get another part of the groove. And, so we kind of approach it different in terms of, it's more of a production than it is a performance.
But what's real interesting about what we just saw here today, you guys are very much a performing band, very lively. And I was smiling when I was watching it because I know in the past some people have described you as, oh, they're kind of an easy listening band.
Right.
You're not an easy listening band.
Well, easy listening has a bad connotation, because people talk about jazz records as easy listening. People talk about Antonio Carlos Jobim as easy listening. People talk about old Italian soundtracks as easy listening, but there's still great music, but they don't really know what it means. But me and Eric are very inspired by live music. We would hang out a lot at bars and clubs and listen to actual musicians. So we realized that our strength is probably more on the production side, but we like to incorporate great musicians and performers and bring them into sort of the collective.
Let me ask you about the decision to bring in so many singers, too, which I think is terrific. And you've worked with, I don't know, how many singers over the years would you say, if you can even put a number on it?
Yeah, a lot. I would say like over 50,
And, I mean, David Byrne was with you at
David
one point.
Byrne, Wayne Coyne.
Coyne, yeah.
Femi Kuti.
Yeah. Wow.
There's Sue George. Yeah, a lot of different ones.
So you must have...
Harry Farrell's another one.
Oh, that's right. There must be sort of a cachet for some of these guys. Like, yeah, I'll join for a song.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
No, it's cool because we're not your typical band. We're not just 4 dudes. We each have our guitar, bass, drums, and vocals. We get to sort of be a production unit. So we kind of can work with whoever we want, and we get to work within different genres of music, which makes it feel very liberating. And that's the difference of kind of what separates us as a production unit versus a band necessarily.
Right. Do you think you throw your fans at all with each new direction, each new album? Or do they accept that sort of fluidity and change?
I think they accept the fluidity, and we hope to kind of catch people off guard a little bit, with working with different artists, whether it's from Africa like Femi Kuti or David Byrne. That's just really the beauty of what we do because, when we're in the studio, each time can be very different.
Right. Now, you didn't play anything from the upcoming album today,
No.
but let's talk a little bit about what you're doing. That's coming out February 10th, I believe.
February 10th,
And the title is?
Temple of I and I.
And what does that mean to you?
I and I is the self, and so it's kind of really like temple of the self and just imagination. And we recorded this record down in Port Antonio, Jamaica, at GJM Studios, and it's the first time we recorded outside of Washington. And Eric called me up. I think he was on holiday with his girlfriend, and he was like, you know, I'm down here at this place. They have like a great recording studio. Do you want to come down? I was like, you know, yes.
Okay.
And so took the band down there, and we just all, you know, just kind of in the morning we'd go out to the beach, hang out in the beautiful scenery, and then just lock ourselves in the studio for about 12 hours and drink Jamaican rum and make music and
Smoke some of the local product.
yeah, you know. Why not, right?
You're there.
When in Jamaica,
When in
right?
Jamaica, of course, of course. And I mean, I've heard the record. I heard in advance of it, and it is, you know, very dub and reggae influence. Tell me about how easy it was to move into that area.
Well, I think that's always sort of been one of the foundation of the Thievery sounds is just those sort of dub underpinnings within our music. Even if we're doing bossa nova music, it still has this sort of dubby bass line underneath, which, you know, for us, I think since we met has always been a sort of a major influence to go to Jamaica and actually kind of be in the environment, be in the culture, and work with artists and just really do a whole record that's predominantly focused on, you know, reggae and dub music was just a highlight of our career.
It starts off, I think, or one of the early songs is a cry of Jah Rastafari. Anybody Rastafarian in the group?
Well, we don't have Roots and Z here today. So we actually have about 4 other singers.
Right, of course, of course.
Aren't here, you know, but they, you know, are. Z is actually the vocalist on the first track that
yeah.
you're talking about,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, so he couldn't be here today. But,
So he is a Rastafarian.
Yes,
That's good. And you're
Him and his
fine.
brother.
You're fine with incorporating that into what you do.
I mean,
So-
you know, it's I think what we do transcends cultures and boundaries and things like that. And you know, the thing about Thievery Corporation, I think it's about opening your ears and opening your mind.
Mhm.
And so, you know, obviously we've never been, you know, timid when it comes to our love of old Bollywood soundtracks
Mhm.
or old
Right.
Jamaican dub records.
Right.
You know, and I think the thing that gets lost is people don't realize that now there's an internet. All this stuff is easy to find, like, you know, just at the, you know, click of a, you know, your keyboard or whatever. But
Right.
back in the day, records were kind of how you knew there were other people out there in the world that shared similar sensibilities
Right.
and tastes and, you know, just love for different music.
Meet somebody in a record store thumbing through the same
Yes.
section as you and going, brother.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
I was talking with someone like, you know, when me and Eric got together, it's like one of the things that brought us together is he had like a keyboard sampler and I had a drum machine sampler, and we're like, let's actually put our equipment together and maybe we'll be able to make some music.
Let's
you
make
know?
a baby.
Yeah, let's make a band. You know,
Yeah.
now everybody has that in their laptops, so
Right.
nobody really even thinks
Right.
about that anymore. But a lot of bands got together because one guy had a guitar, another guy had a bass.
You're kind of old school in a weird way.
Yeah,
in that
it
way.
is, yeah.
In that way. What's when you were playing here today? How do you define your role?
It's more like production and playing keys and samples. Usually, I also have a drum machine sampler as well, and kind of doing things. It's kind of like, you know, orchestrating in a way, and you know, this what we do incorporates a lot of different layers, like going to the sampling aspect. Like when we do drum beats, you know, we'll take maybe 5 different drum beats, you know, maybe percussion from an old record or some kind of hi-hat from another thing. And so those types of qualities are hard to get. So there is a bit of track that we have that's underneath all of it that gives it that real sort of timeless
Mhm.
feel that you get from vinyl.
That's a good
You know.
point. I noticed too. Your drummer here, he got out of jail apparently in his orange
Yes, I
outfit.
know.
He was let out for the tour.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
they let him keep the.
We picked him up on the highway somewhere. You know,
Good
don't
job.
don't report him. Yeah.
Silent. I want to talk about Amerimaca.
Yeah.
Seems to be. Well, when was it written? That was done just 2008 or something, maybe.
Yeah, right around there for Cosmic Game.
So, you want to talk a little bit about its thrust and what its pertinence is today?
Yeah, the lyrics were written by a singer named Notch, who used to be in a band called Born Americans back in the day, and you know that's one of our most popular songs. It's a song really having to do with sort of the American dream. What is it? Is it really a lie? That sort of thing. And maca in Jamaican patois has to do with being a thorn.
A thorn.
Yeah, so Marimaca is like, you know, talking about the, you know, almost like the rose of the American dream, and it's kind of like this thorn in a way as well. You know, people really relate with that song. I mean, you know, in terms of today, you can take it for what you want. You know, so.
Well, you guys have always sort of imbued songs with political meaning, I suppose. Sometimes more than others. I think sometimes you've stepped away from it too. I guess. Where are you at right now? Do you think these are times that demand bands be more political if they can?
Our last record, we actually kind of sort of purposely stepped away from politics because we were recording a bossa nova record.
Which one was that? Just
Saudade.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's sort of hard to do politics and bossa nova. They're not really great combinations. And so the new record kind of has a more, you know, socially conscious, you know, thrust to it.
Right.
You know, we're very influenced by bands like Fugazi, The Clash, Public Enemy, people who weren't afraid to, you know, speak out and convey a message within the music. And I think being from Washington, D.C., you know, we're disenchanted with the political system, and we realize how bureaucratic it is and how it really has nothing to do with, you know, the people can go into DC as a young person and be very idealistic, and after a while they'll just get jaded by the political system sort of thing. So, you know, we grew up around a lot of do-it-yourself bands, Minor Threat, the whole Discord scene, and so we wanted to do it ourselves, and we just, because we've never been part of a major label, we've always felt we could kind of say whatever we wanted. And when you get into dub and reggae music, it is very socially conscious and political.
It also very, I mean, whatever you're saying in the lyrics, there's a real uplift to most of what you do, I think. People are dancing, moving. You guys are moving on stage. So obviously there's a joyous element to it.
Right.
And you know, that's, I guess, timeless in a way, isn't it? I mean, lay something on top of it that's maybe a little harsh and appropriately so, and then but let the groove take it away.
Look at it as an onion. You know, you can, if you just want to appreciate the groove or whatever, you can dance and hang out and enjoy it. Or if you want to peel back a layer, there's a message there. You want to go even deeper, maybe the message is even a little deeper.
All right, yeah. Miss Liberty turning a Jezebel, Jezebel, Jezebel. All of the dreams just go down in a hell. Your bed of roses are filled with thorns. Your righteous robe are tattered and torn. If she had only stood for love, that would have been enough. She wouldn't have to hide in her shame. If she had only stood for love, that would have been enough. But no, we are burning our flame. Mary Martha. Oh, what a beautiful life. Mary Martha. It's like licking on each beautiful life. America. Oh, what a beautiful life. Consciousness in captivity. The promise that is in the lion's den. A bunch of breeders got to end. Now we're laying in the mud, looking up above. They want to just snatch up from the sky. Try to keep us in the mud, separating us from love. But we're not gonna let them conquer the eye of every marker. Oh, what a beautiful life. Of every marker. It's like you know the half of an eye. Of every marker. Whoa, now. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Of every marker. Oh, what a beautiful life. See what I want to say. Yes, Mary Maka. Say yes, I'm Mary Maka, Maka. Yes, Mary Maka. We see them on the tapa, tapa. Yes, Mary Maka. We see them on the tapa. And shoot them on top. We watch the whole of them a dropper, dropper. Yes, Mary Maka. We see them on the tapa. Wanna know that sleep, but I want them on the mic and name a chatter, chatter. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, Mary Maka. We see them on the tapa. And shoot them on top. We watch the whole of them a dropper, dropper. Oh, oh, oh. All right. Oh, every mama. Oh, what a beautiful life. Every mama. It's like you know the half of a night. Every mama. Getting warm now. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Every mama. Oh, what a beautiful life. Beautiful life, it's alive.
Hi, I'm Jim Sullivan, and welcome back to Boston Rock Talk. Rob Garza's still here, and we are joined by Mr. Liff, who is going to be the vocalist on a song that you'll be hearing next. First of all, just welcome here, welcome back to Boston. This is your hometown.
Thank you so much. It's always good to be home.
I was told not to talk to you about the Patriots.
Oh, no, I love the Patriots.
No, that's why I said, that's what I mean.
The show will have to extend the show,
we need
yes.
to talk
Okay,
about it.
okay, yes.
You cut your teeth here as very much a political rapper, and then you have joined these guys, at least to some degree.
Yes.
Explain the connection that you feel with Thievery.
It's just a beautiful, immediate connection is what it was. You know, I got a call actually from Eric Hilton at the end of 2009. We set a date of February 1st, 2010 to go into the studio together. That song then went on to be called Culture of Fear, and I was definitely overjoyed when I was told that it was going to be the title track of the album. And then, you know, I was told to come to DC for rehearsals. And one of the most beautiful things about working with Thievery Corporation is that from the moment that I walked into that first rehearsal and met the band, we've been like this. And it has never changed. You know, this is a little over 5.5 years we've been working together, touring around the world together, and it's still just like this. It's a real family thing.
And you operate your solo career as well in
Exactly.
conjunction with what these guys do.
Yes.
I mean, everybody in the band has other things they do, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much
everybody's
it's-
kind of like working, you know, they do a couple different projects and things like that. Yeah, so it's a great group.
So they're not beholden to the corporation,
Exactly,
so to speak.
yeah.
Yes. Let's talk about this song, Unified Tribes, that you
Yes.
wrote. My understanding is it came out of the Occupy movement.
Yes, indeed.
Tell me how it developed.
You know, we were just in the studio, and we just felt that what was going on at the time with the Occupy movement, we were moved by it. And we just, I don't know, I think that one of the things, important things to do in music every now and then is to try to capture the energy of the time, but try to represent it in a way that feels timeless. You know, so that's really what we were trying to do there. We were trying to, we were inspired by people standing up for what they believe in and mobilizing, and we wanted to make a song that could serve to keep them infused with energy, the people that were on the front lines of the movement, but also a song that you could hear in 2016, 2020, and still feel inspired by and be energized by.
Angry song, hopeful song, how do you look at it?
I think it's all mixed in there. You know, I think it's all mixed in. And then when you come to the show and you see the live performance of it, you realize we're just trying to lift spirits and really just unify people in whatever the moment is, you know? Really, you know, we get on stage and we talk about the fact that we're just bonded through the common experience of being there to feel whatever it is that we need to feel from enjoying live music, whether that's relief, just letting go and cutting loose, whatever it is that you get out of the experience, and hopefully some inspiration.
Where does the song usually fall in the set? Just come near the end?
Towards the end, yeah.
It's the end of the set. Okay, why do you structure it that way?
It's because it's energetic, it's uplifting. I think people really, you know, just feel enthusiastic when they hear that song.
Yeah.
And, you know, he really brings it in terms of the energy, yeah.
You sort of leave them with a real. Do you do an
Yeah.
encore after that, or is that?
Usually we have about another song and then an encore.
Yeah.
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 That's,
Yeah.
It
But
sets the
it's a high note, you know.
yeah. Very, very good. Thank you so much for being here today, Rob.
Yes.
Appreciate it, Mr. Liff.
Very nice
Thank
to
you
be
very
here.
much.
Thank you for having
This
us.
has been Jim Sullivan for Boston Rock Talk, and we are going to have Thievery Corporation play you out with Unified Tribes. Thank you.
Hold your fist high, unified tribe. Hold your fist high, unified tribe. Hold your fist high, keep it up high, hold it up. As I stand here before you, prepared to just draw you another picture. Consider this scripture, hieroglyph on the fact that you remember. A vast search for otherness brought us to